I want to get to, obviously, AB 1260, inspired by the murder of Selma Officer Carrasco Jr., where time credits and rehab must be made public to county DAs. We still don't know a lot of the system that is used by the CDCR, which is the Corrections Department of the state. Do you think this would have been the murder of Officer Carrasco Jr. would have been prevented if maybe this law was already in effect and being used, where county DAs, local law enforcement knows where these certain early release violent offenders are going?
I do agree. I think that maybe this officer would be alive today if there was better accountability and there was also a formula that everyone was fully aware of what was happening. What we don't often mention sometimes is our victims. I'm very curious as to the victims and what they feel as to this person being released early. I'm all for rehabilitation. I think that the rehabilitation efforts are important. But we also have people, quite frankly, they will not benefit from rehabilitation, and they have to be held accountable and held to justice. I sit on the California State Sheriff's Association as the president coming in April. And the frustration for sheriffs all across the state of California is that we are dealing with these early releases. We try to reduce recidivism as best we can with rehabilitation efforts, but what we're finding is that the people released from prison are reoffending back in the communities in which they're released.
I want to get your thoughts on this. Bonta, the state AG, Governor Newsom, they talk about more gun control, gun legislation, or is it more about where we need to see time credits being accounted for so that the public sees what is really going on behind those closed doors?
Well, there's no question, I believe, we need more transparency on this type of issue. But I think when you look at time credits, why do they do that in the first place? Well, we have overcrowded prisons, so they look at creative ways to, give people credit for the time they serve, to release them so it creates more space for other people. But you release them out in the community, and you have the same problem with your parole offices. I mean, they are so inundated with caseloads. Had this, obviously this person came out. Had they known about him being out, who knows? I mean, it's hard to say whether an officer would be alive today or not. But no question, I think people should know. We should know when they do come out. We should have a say. But I also, as I mentioned earlier, I think the DAs, when they are pleading the case down, I think there should be some transparency there too, because this person could have served more time had he been tried.
Just with the bill itself, real quick, I got a couple seconds here. Should it be bipartisan? Because right now it's partisan. Only Republicans in the state legislature are signing on to this.
Yeah, it should be, absolutely should be bipartisan.
We should, as a government, work together bipartisan. We should.
All right. Hang on, guys. We have a lot more.